Let me just begin with forgiving myself right off the bat. And I hope you will too, for any profanity I may use in the making of this video, etc. So I'm already in foul mood. See, my day didn't start off correctly, as is or as was, because Metro, unless they're getting you freaking money, they make it really hard for you to pay them and to call them and pay them. So I started off my day getting cut from my internet, which to me is my lifeline, especially as a huge introvert. This greatly offends me. Then I had to go impose greatly upon a neighbor I never bother, which then in turn began kind of an argument with her spouse. So I'm not in a real great mood as is, and I was simply trying to get a point across because the past few days have been detrimental to me, in fact. And as I stated to you guys, I felt it imperative to state this face to face with you all. That's why, forgive me if it seems I'm iterating myself. Perhaps I am, but that is hardly irrelevant because I'd rather tell you this looking at you eye to eye as I say it all. I feel it holds much more personal value that way. So, that said, what I've been going through the past few days, the side of me that most of you will not see, do not see, that I rarely share with you all, is the scared, frightened, bummed out, depressed side of me. But that's the side of me that I've been dealing with the past few days. Because, as I stated, I've been following laws of attraction. I greatly, honestly, follow Abraham Hicks' teachings. They are the shortest lived, the most humorous, and easiest to understand, in my opinion, regardless of terminology and the laws of the universe and laws of attraction. So therefore, that is what I follow and do my best to apply. And that has been what has been the most beneficial to me under the circumstances, given what I must deal with. That stated, I made the mistake the past couple days, what threw me off alignment and off my center and way out of the vortex and led me into my depression, I do now honestly believe was that I made the mistake of acknowledging Morgellons and thought I was missing out on something in my research. So I went back there. And all I found were things that validated. I can't say fears because I don't fear death. I no longer fear death. As somebody who was suicidal back in '99, who very much was successful, aside from the fact they brought me back, I was successful. They lost me 3 times. Okay, I'm not scared of death. Death does not bother me. I've survived staph infections due to extensive back surgeries that I should have or could have died from very easily. So the whole death thing is not a bother to me. If anything, I probably regret not having. So cover your ears if this offends you, because this is not a subject that offends me. It's not something I have a problem addressing. And I believe most of us, regardless of your religion, believe that there's an afterlife, that there's a non-physical entity side of us that does, in fact, carry on. Most of you just can't identify with that, or your belief system gets in the way, and that's neither here nor there. But I'm telling you what I believe. I'm not here to dispute what you believe versus what I believe, but I am here to inform you what I believe. Because although there may not be many of you that particularly sincerely give a crap what's going on with me, I do know there are a select few of you that honestly give a fuck what I'm going through. But none of you have ever heard me in quite this manner before. None of you have ever heard me be quite so direct. And forgive me for being that way now, but I feel I must. I feel it's a side of me you haven't seen that you should, to understand where I'm at. And given that I can prepare you, should worst case scenario happen, that you're prepared for what I believe in, and so that you can understand and so that you can better cope once I'm not here. Because I may not always be here, guys, and that's the cold, harsh reality of it all. And that's where I made the mistake of reinvestigating my Morgellons affliction. Was all I did was validate kind of the worst case scenario is that your organs can shut down, Morgellons can take you out, or it can lead you to suicide. That's pretty much what I led myself into, guys. Do you know how hard that can be to take in for somebody who's dealing with this very much alone? Whose family doesn't even believe in what they're afflicted with because CDC's covered their tracks as well as the government. Do you understand how hard that is of a pill to swallow? Not because of the death thing, but because the slow nightmarish torture of it all. The nightmare you never awake from, and you've got nobody to hold you, embrace you, comfort you, and love you and tell you it's going to be okay. You know, I try to be a beacon of light for so many of you, and I try to guard you, I guess, and protect you even from the truth. And minimize even what you're going through, much less tell y'all my whole story. And so therefore, a few of you are going to be shocked that I'm going all out there right now because y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what I've been dealing with. And so for a few of you, this might be the first time you hear what I'm truly dealing with, and you're going to be in shock. And forgive me that I haven't shared with you sooner. I didn't feel it necessary. The truth is, this Morgellons is a patented bioweapon, guys. That's the truth. Check out Schizoid Gestures MHS 19, I believe it is. There's another lady who just shared her segment's very long, but it goes into Morgellons is a bioweapon. There are many views on what Morgellons is or isn't, and I'm not going to narrow it down to just one or two because there's so many aspects of Morgellons that need to be considered. But I will tell you there's a whole lot that needs understood. And I realized in my thinking I was missing something and reinvestigating my affliction, all I realized was the horror in it. And that I needed to go back to following the laws of attraction because that's truly what keeps me in focus, in alignment, in center, in alignment with God, Creator, Source. That is truly where I need to remain. All I did was get myself out of alignment, throw myself off my rocker. I curled myself up into a ball the past couple days, and I slept. That's what I did. You want to know the truth? Because I couldn't deal with the magnitude or severity of my affliction. But in doing so, I realized exactly what I needed to go back to. I needed to go back to singing with you guys. That's where I find my happiness and my alignment. I needed to go back to my laws of attraction because that's where I feel in connection. That I need to block out the rest of the negativity because if I start listening to the rest, I feel hopeless, I feel despair, and I don't see how I could possibly overcome ever if I listen to the rest of it. Okay, so that's kind of where it all lays for me. All I can say is I pray that none of you individually, nor your families, ever have to go through this affliction. All you have to do is ask me for a couple links. There's so much information out there now regarding Morgellons. I can share a thought with you. I don't want to give it too much of my attention because I do choose to follow laws of attraction, which means I need to alleviate my focus from it. And I find that's what benefits me the most. So, and I wouldn't expect that any of you give it too much focus. But the truth is, this is a bioweapon released upon its own people that is patented. Whereas we've got Trump, what's his name in Syria, released biowarfare on his own people. We're ready to wage war. Well, what about on your own fucking people here? That's the truth, guys. And so therefore I felt the need to share this, not just because this is what I must deal with, but you guys need to awaken to that fact, because that's the truth. So much love as always, Snugglebug.